Despite how you're feeling, what are the real world implications that suggest to you that you are somehow beneath men? You might have a personal experience where a man...
we can talk about sexual assault everywhere, in the military, in the home.
So are these the things that you're fighting to end sexual assault?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, great. You don't have to be a feminist to fight to end sexual assault.
In this video, Candace Owens engages in a heated debate with a college feminist addressing key issues surrounding modern feminism and gender equality. The college student shares her personal experiences of feeling belittled by men and argues that feminism is still necessary to combat societal challenges faced by women. In response, Owens critiques contemporary feminism, claiming it has strayed from its original purpose and is now causing more harm than good, particularly by promoting division between men and women. Owens emphasizes that women today have unprecedented opportunities and encourages the student to move beyond labels like feminism, advocating for a more open, individual approach to addressing societal issues.
So I noticed you had a lot of thoughts on feminism. I'm a feminist, but
Really
I was just wondering, how do you differentiate between the extremism that exists in feminism, as it does across, multiple different ideologies, but how do you differentiate between the extremism and how, feminists like me think? I don't hate men.
It's a great question, and I'm glad you asked it. It's a great question. So what you have to realize about the left when you talk about extremism is they hack words that once had real meaning, and they take them for their own nefarious goals, right? So they'll say racism, and you'll go, oh my God, no, really, racism used to exist, but now it means organizing your pantry. That's obviously not racism. That's completely ridiculous. You see something like feminism, and once upon a time, women were fighting for the right to vote. Well, now we have that. We have equal footing, and now they're using those terms. They're hiding behind the shield of feminism, and they're doing actually horrible things in society. And I blame feminists for almost every ill that we have right now, because they've encouraged people not to act as a woman, and they bash men all the time, and I think that they have contributed the most to the breakdown of family in terms of an ideology. Now, for you...
Answer my question.
No, I'm getting there.
Okay.
Now, for you, you're like, okay, but I actually am somebody that just believes in equality, that there should be equality between the sexes, right?
I think it's more culturally and socially, not necessarily in the realm of legality.
Sure, so I'm going to ask you, what is it socially, so you could call yourself something, right, that means that there's some fight that you have. What is it socially that you and I have as women that we don't have that men do? Why is there a need for you to be a feminist?
I think as women, we are undervalued when it comes to our intelligence. I think people, especially for me...
The debate between the feminist and Candace Owens reflects a fundamental clash between contemporary feminist thought and conservative criticism of modern feminism. The feminist, drawing from her personal experiences of disrespect in academic and social environments, argued that feminism remains necessary to combat the undervaluation of women, particularly their intelligence and capabilities. In contrast, Owens took a critical stance on modern feminism, contending that it had evolved into a radical ideology that perpetuates divisions between men and women rather than addressing real inequalities. She argued that societal gender equality had largely been achieved, evidenced by women's educational advancements, and suggested that modern feminism unnecessarily creates issues where none exist. Owens' criticism of feminism also extended to its perceived role in undermining traditional family structures, presenting feminism as a contributor to broader social challenges rather than a solution. This analysis highlights the ongoing tension between feminist movements and conservative perspectives on gender roles and societal progress.
I tend to get belittled a lot, and that comes from men, not necessarily women, right?
So you're saying in your personal capacity, men are belittling you, right? But when you talk about affecting actually a social change, this might be your personal experience, but does that mean that all women are going through this, or that all women are experiencing this belittlement by men?